How does someone go about investigating their fear without things becoming dangerous?
Fear and danger are two very different things. And I don't even know if I can answer them in the same sentence because they're so dissimilar. So let me talk about fear first. Fear is a root, deep drive inside any living organism. There's fight and there's flight. There's basically the first thing we have, even as one cell, is do we approach or do we run? Do we try and eat it or do we avoid getting eaten by it? So fear is a deep biological and psychological and emotional reality for many people. It's usually irrational. It's always irrational in the big picture. So that's fear. Danger is something altogether different, and fear is there to ward off danger. So assuming someone's not, got some screws loose, then fear should signal danger, and danger should trigger fear. But danger to what? Tragically, or not, depending on whether or not you're going into psychiatry or not, most people fear for their ego. They're afraid of their ego being dinged. And that fear is a major source of suffering and a major source of bad thinking and a major source of an obstacle for folks getting free. And so fear is a reality for all living organisms that I know of that are conscious, which means living. But danger is something that should trigger fear if it's a rational danger, if it's a rational danger. If it's irrational, as it usually is, there's no reason for fear. Then you should either remove yourself or defend yourself or something else. But there's nothing wrong with it. Follow up.
Okay, my follow-up. First, what do you fear?
The thing that just popped up, and then when you said you, then ignorance, obviously. Ignorance. Ignorance is the only thing to fear. And even then, I don't even know if you need to fear it. I mean, but if there was going to be anything, it would be ignorance.
So, okay, I'm asking this because this is the inquiry that I will come up with, or imagine coming up with, and I actually don't know how to respond. Some deadly animal is in your room right now. You don't fear it.
Oh, it depends. I mean, let's say it's let's say it's a spider, and it's about this big, and I look at it and go, oh, there's another house spider. No, I'm not afraid at all, right?
Okay.
But then I look a little more closely and I go, whoa, that thing's not brown, it's dark, it's black. And then I look on its back and it's got this little hourglass. And I go, oh, that's a black widow. Wow, if I don't, that could kill somebody here. And there's people here who don't like dying from spider bites, so I got to get rid of that thing safely. Now that's very different if it's jumped on my face and it's biting me, then I'll probably just, I don't know what fear. Now, if it's a full, you said a dangerous animal in the room here with me, so now let's take a full-grown tiger. It depends on what the tiger was doing. I mean, if the tiger's angry and attacking and hungry or something like that, then yes, but you don't generate fear for the hell of it. It's like with a dog. If a dog can sense your fear, it makes them anxious and it makes them more barky and more dangerous, frankly. But if you're not afraid, why would you bring fear into the room? Now, if it was a starving lion and it hadn't eaten in 3 weeks and it doesn't care about, it just wants to eat and you look like food. yeah, you would exit yourself, I suppose, or hang off the chandelier. I don't know, but those things are all hypothetical. They're all, and 99.99% of people's fears are totally irrational. There's no live animal trying to kill them in their room. No starving lion, no black widow, no black mamba or mambo, snake, right? Mamba.
Yeah.
Is it mamba or mambo?
Mamba.
Mamba. The dance is mambo.
Yeah.
Okay, so something like that, but then I'm not even sure I would use the word fear.
Okay.
Self-defense or something,
So I asked because you say in reality.
Actually, you could fear could feel just like rage. I remember being camping once, and some animals were outside making noise and like they were going to steal my food and who knows what to me, and I just felt enraged that they would think that they could steal my food. I didn't know what animal it was, right? So I could feel pretty big, I suppose, in my tent. But I remember thinking, it wasn't fear so much as rage and anger. And now that I wouldn't mind the animal feeling, but I wouldn't want the animal feeling my fear, because that just means, hey, this is ready to eat. It's all, warmed up and ready to go. So just as a practical matter, I'm not sure that fear should be the first impulse. And it's not the first impulse. The first one is to see, is this a black widow or is this just a harmless house spider? So something like that.
So